What's up, guys? Welcome back to Build Cool again. Today, it's back to work on our 1986 Honda Helix Cn250. And in this episode, it's time to not only get this thing back up and running, but we need to get this thing put back together. So I think in this episode, we're going to go ahead and start with getting that carburetor back on there. I got some carb cleaner so we can go ahead, spray that out. I think I got the intake modified enough to be able to finally mount on there. So if everything works out, we'll get the carburetor back on this thing. And then we can go ahead and work on getting the wheels back on. I got the new tires mounted on the wheels. And I switched out those valve stems for some 90-degree valve stems so that way we can easily put air in the tires. So we'll get those on, and then we can start hooking up the heated grips. I got that USB port I want to put on here. And then we just need to mount up body panels, and this thing will be ready to ride once again. But before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep on building cool. This thing's almost done and ready to take you guys for a test ride. And then after that, we're on to the next build. So make sure you got your post notifications turned on so you don't miss out on the next series, because it is right around the corner. And with all that being said, let's get started. guys. So we went ahead and got the carburetor mounted up. The tires are back on it. The exhaust is on. Everything's all hooked up. But she's still not going to run quite yet because the fuse panel is in the glove box. And so I'm going to have to get that back on there in order to be able to make the bike fire again. But before we get to that point, it's now time to go ahead and start putting some accessories on this thing. So we're going to go ahead and get the grips taken off so that way we can get the new heated grips on there. We'll wire those guys in. And like I said before, we got a little USB port so I'll be able to charge my phone while I'm riding. So we're going to go ahead and get that mounted as well. I think that thing will probably go in the glove box, but I'm not 100% sure quite yet. So let me go ahead, get you guys all set up. We can start pulling off the grips, get this thing wired up real quick, and then I'll put you guys in a time lapse so we can go through and get the body panels back on this thing, and then we can fire this thing before the episode's done. So with all that being said, let's keep going. Guys, it's alive and it's all put back together. So I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a wrap on this episode. I still have some lenses to replace in the back. There's still the lower body panels that still need to go on, but I think I'm gonna wait for all of that and just cruise it for right now, and then I can put that stuff on later. I'm still waiting on a couple more of the lenses to show up. They were all on back order, and so who knows when they're gonna get here. But at least she's all put back together and alive again. But before we get out of here, let's go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep on building cool After the riot episode, we're on to the next project, so make sure your post notifications are turned on so you don't miss out on that next build. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace!